Hello and welcome to Life Clarifications with Natasha. I'm here as a psychic medium to help you be you and hopefully help you be your better self. So, welcome to everything that I can help you with. And I want you to know that no matter where you're at and what you're doing, you're going to be perfectly imperfect doing it, just like I am. So, with that, today's conversation is about being grounded. Getting grounded in what we know, getting grounded into being with ourselves. A lot of us are just being very off centered, I want to call it. And so I was called intuitively because I'm a psychic medium, I'm an intuitive awareness life coach. I'm a motivational speaker. I am one who really helps people go through life and manage their world around them to be their better self. I enjoy helping people go forward in their life and be who they are, do what they need to do, go forward in their emotions, because a lot of us are triggered by our emotions. And so I really appreciate where people are at and try to help them do better, because I work with my emotions all the time. Matter of fact, I'm working with mine today pretty good because I had something that triggered me earlier and I haven't negotiated with it yet because I haven't gotten into the interaction with it instead of the reaction to it. I can feel myself still reacting to it. And I know this is something that I want to interact with. So I make a better choice with my words and a better interaction with my words. And right now, March is going to be one of those roller coasters. I'm going to pre warn you. March is going to be one of those roller coasters that if you hold on with your hat, you do good boundaries with thyself, do things when you're interacting, not when you're reacting, good boundaries. That if you can kind of negotiate some of these new awarenesses that we're coming into, what is this here to teach me? What do I need to do? So today's conversation is going to be about the grounding. How can I feel more grounded in my decisions? How can I feel more grounded in who I am? How can I feel more grounded in that moment of life and all that it is? And if you're here watching, please make a comment if you'd like to, that is kind, that is something that can be helpful, because I would really like to help people through this moment of how do you feel grounded? How do you make a grounded decision? How do you make these moments notice? A lot of us are, let's say, talking in the astrology. I'm a fly by night astrologer. I know enough to get myself in trouble, but not enough to do a reading for somebody. So with that understanding and listening to my astrologer and stuff like that, that I understand when you're part of the air planets, right? So that would be what Aquarius, that would be, oh, I just lost it. That would be, see, Pisces is water, Aries is fire, Gemini. Gemini is another one. Let's see, Sagittarius, I think, is an air sign. No, I know what it is. It's yeah, I just lost it. Oh my gosh. It's Leo. And then, see, I'm human, right? I'm very much human. So, knowing if you're an air sign, I'll put it that way. If you're an air sign, that if you can negotiate some of these things, so Gemini is an air sign, Aquarius is an air sign, let's see, Libra, I think, is an air sign, that if we can go into these dances of where we're at, and if you're an air sign, you're really in your head, right? You're really in that thinking, you're really into the like a lot of Geminis are great with communication and with technology. They're in their minds a lot, they overthink things, they can overreact to things. It's like those things that really happen, right? So that when you're an air sign, it's hard to get grounded. It's hard to really think about what do I need to do to get going, right? Uh, and if you're not grounded with your body, let's say, you may be tripping a lot. You may make a lot of, I want to call them flubbles, mistakes, interactions that it's hard to concentrate. So those days that it's hard to concentrate, that it's that ADHD feeling. It's that I can't get anywhere. I don't know what I'm doing. A lot of ADD people are like staring off, and that's kind of the not grounded feeling. If we're coming out of the hospital and we haven't really interacted with our physical body, we might feel it a little bit less grounded with ourselves, right? If we're sometimes just doing those things that, how do we feel more grounded? Well, we got to figure out why we're not grounded sometimes. So an air sign would be one, right? um, you're going through a lot of emotional work. You're going through a lot of mental things, like if you're getting ready to move or you're changing jobs, or you're going through a lot of stress, you're in your mind. So you're going to be less grounded with your body if you're in your mind, right? We also have a lot of people who are star beings who are on this planet. I don't want to be on this earth. I know Earth is not my home. I don't want to be here. Why am I here on this planet? So, being a star being with your soul, then that really means like a previous life you were a star being, or something like that, that can help you not be grounded, right? That you just don't want to be in this physical body. Well, not being in the physical body, it really creates problems with our body. If we're struggling with the lower parts of our body, digestion, knees, ankles, hips, um, sorry, I just swallowed wrong. There we go. Had something caught in my throat. Um, being that person who is really struggling with a detachment, like there's a lot of women out there that have problems with their female organs, and part of that is being grounded in the body, knowing who you are, knowing what's going on with your body, right? So when you're struggling with a lot of things, like your feet will hurt, or like a lot of times, in order for for the universe to want you to get grounded, they may break your ankle, or they might make you trip and fall over something, or they may have you bonk your head so you have to look down, right? Right. So there's these stories that we go through that help us not be grounded. Well, I know for me personally that it's hard for me to ground. I love Mother Earth. I want to be on this planet. I love being on this planet. Even though I know it's not my home planet, I also know that this is my home life. I'm supposed to be home with my life, right? And let me know in the comments if you are feeling this way, if you're feeling kind of ungrounded. And I know that we're getting triggered a lot, that we've got played a lot in our minds. We've gone through a big technology era, computers and businesses of technology and stuff like that. So we've gone through a lot of mental mind. But now we're starting to get into the process of coming down into our bodies. And that's why we're getting triggered so much with emotions, because we're learning how to be in the human body. Well, being in the human body doesn't always make it easy, right? We don't want to necessarily be here. It's too hard. Why should I want to be here? So I'll meditate. I'll get out. I will sit in front of the computers and play my video games. That gets you mentally out of groundedness, or something like that. We do these things that get us ungrounded, and it's not necessarily good or bad. It's just sometimes where we spend too much time there. Like anything, if we spend too much time there, then we're going to end up out of balance. And I want to help people get more balanced. So, getting grounded. When we get more grounded with our body, then we can make better decisions. We know what decisions we want to make. We know how to negotiate our story. We know how to be with ourselves, right? But like me, right? My soul, I understand that my soul has wings, right? My soul has wings. Okay. One of my totems, if you're talking about having a totem, one of my totems is a hawk. I also have mouse, but it's hawk. I also have understanding that I have a lot of dragon energy with me, right? A lot of places that are where I'm at. I also know that I've had past lives as star beings. I'm also in my signs, I'm a double Cancerian Aries, so I'm water and fire. So that's not necessarily earth. It's not grounding, right? So grounding would be like the Taurus, the um, you know, another earth sign would be, I think, Capricorn. Um, I'm off on that. I know I am off on that one. So please don't quote me on any of those. You can look up whatever water air signs. And if I wasn't on my phone on Instagram, I would be looking this up. But I am live here on um, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. So if you're watching from Twitter, please go to my YouTube channel if you want to make a comment, which I love comments. I just want to have nice comments, questionable comments, questioning comments, like I was going to say. So going through that, so going back to me, being an air sign, I mean, a water sign and two water signs and a fire sign, that I struggle with being grounded. People have come up to me in my spiritual community. They look at me, you need to be grounded. You need to ground. And I'm like going, I'm fine. I don't need to be grounded. I know where I'm at. But the thing that I come to the conclusion about is, even though I know that I want to be more grounded, which is being with the body more, that I know I can do that without being grounded, right? I know I can do that without being grounded, because the fact that there's ways to ground yourself. Because my understanding is not necessarily grounding with Mother Earth. Yes, that's one form of it. That's one negotiation of it. It is one of the things. Yet being with the body, being grounded with the body. Yes, the body is walking on Mother Earth, but it's grounding with the body. How can I ground with my body? So let me explain my vision of a soul. And last night I was on Vintages of After Dark, and I talked about this, and it was a very good show. So if you want to catch my show that I just did last night on Vintages After Dark, I talked a lot about this kind of thing, that the soul, my soul knowing, is outside of myself. And when people read your aura, I'm gathering that they're reading my color of my soul, right? And so knowing that that is the aura of my soul, that the skeleton of my soul is my body. Because how am I going to fit something so huge as my soul into this body? Hi, Bev. How you doing? Thank you for being here. That the soul doesn't fit in our body. You can't shove it like it's like a sock. You can't shove stuffing into a sock any more than it is, right? You have more stuffing. And so with that our soul is the outside of our body. So how can we be more grounded if our soul is light and love, right? Well, you can be grounded by being with your body. So I'll give you some examples how to do that. Right? Because if you're feeling kind of airy, you're feeling kind of like you're overthinking things, if you feel like that there's like you tripping on your feet because you don't even know where your feet are, all these things, how can you do that? Well, you can be with your body. You know what I do? I picture, instead of my soul being up here, I have the image of my soul coming down and coming around my body. Ooh. Just doing that, knowing, ooh, got a little dizzy there for a second, right? So picture that. Picture this big energy field that you are coming down. It's kind of like putting on a long, us women can imagine this, right? We can imagine putting on a big dress that we have to go like this and then let it float down around us. Or you men have these situations where you have to put on your shirt and you have to let it come down around you, right? So imagine that coming down around you, especially if you're over in India. They wear the gowns, right? In Egypt, and those places, because it's so warm. So they wear the gowns. They put them down around them, right? And I know they're not gowns, but they're something else. I don't know the name. So doing that can help you ground, right? And it's not necessarily that you have to be grounded, but being with the body. Know that your body is worthy of being with you. So going forward and doing this work, that the more you are with your body, you notice I'm not saying in your body or tethered to your body, but with your body, the healthier you will be, right? The healthier that you will be. Because a lot of people who are not grounded have problems with their lower chakra parts of their body, their digestion system, their hips, their knees, their feet. They have problems with their feet being hypersensitive because they're not fully with their body. So going down around the body, and for me, since I'm hawk, I have hawk um, tendencies. Like I can fly with a hawk, no problem. I can be out in space in my meditations, way out there, right? But coming down with my body. Now, the one thing that I do too, have you ever watched a crow land? Crow is one of those birds that actually doesn't fly real high up, and they can land on ground. I know that hawk lands on ground. I know that eagles land on ground too. But there's something different how a crow negotiates a little different. If you notice their energy, right? Because you find more that the hawks and the eagles will stay more up in the trees and come down to ground when there's food, but they won't necessarily spend any time on land. But watch a crow land. I'm interactive with animals, but if you watch a crow land, it's like they glide down. Well, if you picture yourself, there again, gliding down. So if you picture yourself as a crow, what would you do if you wanted to be with your body? Remember, I'm very imagery on my way I work. So come down and you're around your body. Picture yourself like you're landing from flying. Come down around your body. Ooh, that feels good too, doesn't it? So going forward like that when you're having problems with grounding, feeling grounded, then do these interactions, because I can tell you that it will be helpful. Now, another thing that I do to help get myself more with my body is when I'm taking a shower, I make sure that I wash my feet and pull on my toes, because that brings all the energy down. And there's something about, like I do a healing technique where I hold my fingers, and each finger represents an organ, each finger represents an energy and an emotion. And so your toes are just like your fingers. And you know the reflexology that is in your feet, you can work on your whole body by just rubbing your feet. So what I do, oh my, that came up. I just went to the chiropractor before I came here, and he stirred up a bunch of things. So I'm releasing some of the stuff that he stirred up. So I apologize. Wow, that one came up. So going forward in our dance and knowing ourselves, that's going to help us be grounded. So what I do when I'm taking a shower is, the left side of your body is is receiving, the right side of the body is about releasing. So when you're releasing, first I go down my leg, and then I rub the bottom of my feet. I'm working on my liver and gallbladder. So if you look up, even on the Google, you can look up, the reflexology. And I rub those certain spots on my feet, and then I pull on my toes and negotiate that. And then I go to my left side and I go down, because it's okay to go down to clear that energy so things can come back up, right? And so with I rub that foot and pull on those toes. Helps ground me so much more than just taking a shower in the morning. And so with that, doing these things to help you be grounded, you're going to be able to negotiate the energies that are popping into this world, because of the fact that this March is the beginning. Well, we've actually been doing it, but it's the real, it's almost like the switch went on for this year of how are we going to negotiate this world of ours, create new boundaries, creating cleaned up boundaries, creating more inspiration. The full moon on the 7th is going to be pretty impactful. There's a lot of planets that are interacting with other planets to really flip us upside down and get our new knowings about ourselves. So, going forward, how can we know ourselves more? Is by being grounded. Picture yourself being a crow landing with yourself. Picture yourself like a big outfit that needs to come down and over you. Like if you're in a play and you need to have this big outfit over you, bring it down around you. Work with your feet. A lot of people have a hard time working with their feet. I walk barefoot all the time. I can even walk on lava rock and other things. I can even probably walk on fire if I really wanted to. It wouldn't bother me because I walk constantly on barefoot on my feet. But that helps me to stay as grounded as I can, being very much in the air. Like I said, I have a lot of wings with me that help me be more airborne. And so my body is something that I like to be with. And like I said, if you are with your body more, you're going to be more grounded. So be who you are. Be with what you're doing. Know that no matter where you're at, you're going to be perfectly imperfect. And if you're dealing with a lot of emotions and you're dealing with a lot of overthinking, do something physical. Because if we're physical in the body, we're going to be physical in the mind and the processing. And so if you're struggling with something, get physical. Go for a walk. Go for drive is one thing, but go do something to take the garbage out. Walk up and down the stairs if you have stairs a couple times. Do something that is physical to process through what you're going through. That helps also ground you. Exercise can help ground you. And I'm not meaning exercise like going for a run. Yes, that can do it. But exercise is just getting out of the chair and moving, right? So, how can we get more interactive with our life? By going forward. So, getting grounded with who you are, getting grounded in your body, getting grounded in what you know, getting grounded in who you are can help you make decisions, help you make your knowings. Because that's the time when the universe will trip us up, make us trip, break our ankle, uh, cause a car accident, will cause us to back over something. Those things that we just are like, how did that happen? Forget to stop at the stop sign. What are those things that are happening about being grounded? Well, it is about slowing down. So there's sometimes where I take a deep breath before I drive home if I'm dealing with something mental, a situation that came up. I'll stop in the car for a minute and breathe, deep breathe into my gut, breathe into that lower cavity of our bodies so that we can be more grounded. I can tell you, like I said before, this is going to help you be healthy, and it's going to be help you to negotiate these stories of our world. Because right now we're going to be going through a lot. There's going to be a lot going on, and there's going to be a lot of things going on our outer world to trigger us on the inner world. There's going to be a lot of things going on in the inner world that's going to trigger our outer world. And how can we be in that balance of that? So I hope that this conversation has really helped you be more grounded, because if we're spending so much time, we're spending so much time in our heads and not dealing with our emotions. And our emotions are here to help us be who we are, right? So be grounded, be in your body, find love for yourself. It's okay to be here, even if you are a star being and it's really hard to be on this planet. It's okay to be here because you chose to be here. Bigger picture than this show, bigger conversation than this show. So you chose to be here. So honor yourself and be with your body. Be your soul self. I was getting a reading by someone who didn't know me, and he went like this, and he goes, "Oh, you just came in the room." was looking up. I said, yeah, that's who I am. How can that fit in this? It can fit over and be with. I hope this helped. And if you like what I'm saying, please like or follow. Please share if somebody can use this. I'm going to actually pull an oracle card right now. If anybody would like an oracle card, I would be grateful for you to put it out there. Today's one of those days where it's going to be a little bit of a shorter show. I have some things I need to do, but I just wanted to come on and give you some grace about being grounded in this world, because we're going to be going through a lot. So the more grounded we are, the more we're able to negotiate it. What do we want to do today? Please, oracle card. Oh, Bev, yes, thank you. I will. So I have dragon, or gentle creatures would be another one. Which one would you like, Bev? And if anybody else would like one, I can do one for you. I'm going to do one for the team too. So, Bev, gentle creatures. Okay. So remember, Bev, how you do this? You just put the intention out there, and the oracle cards will hear the energy, feel the energy, know the energy, and will come and assist you in this message. Clear the energy. There we go. Oh, see, I grounded myself with this. There we go. Okay. So if anybody else would like an oracle card, I'm at that oracle card. So talking about being grounded, how can we negotiate what's going to be in front of us? Like I said, March is going to be an interesting ride. We're in this dance of how to be more open and enlightened in this world. And the onions are being pulled back, and we're going to figure out how to do it. And that's dealing with ourselves. Dealing with ourselves, and how are we going to deal with others? Woo! I guess that was your card. Effort. Effort, Bev. You got effort. Oh my gosh, look at those. Oh my gosh. It's a creature. Does he have anything on top? Oh no, he's holding up a little umbrella. He's holding up that's his fingers that's holding it up, right? So he's holding it up. And he's talking with a little girl. And I think that's pretty much it. Gentle creatures. So, effort. Let me get to that page. That would be E for effort. Effort. So, Bev, here you go. Ready? Every now and again, you just need to put out the effort. Our lovable creature holds up a small umbrella. It is evident that this umbrella is not going to do anything real good in terms of the falling raindrops. The yellow slicker the young girl wears provides more protection. But the fact that the umbrella is offered shows that the creature cares. They themselves are not bothered by the rain, but know their smaller counterparts can sometimes be advisorily affected by too much cold and wet. So, as they say, Mama tried, or in this case, creature tried. Here is the reminder that we need to keep trying to do the right thing, even when it's too little. It is noticed. The need to be kind is the most important thing. This card is a reminder to ask ourselves, how can we show someone I care today? Reach out in good faith. Help someone whenever you can. Your efforts will be noticed. Hope that helped. Because sometimes I know for me right now, I'm digging down deep and I am putting effort in where it needs to show love. And if we can do that, digging down deep will make a difference to someone, to someone. Isn't that cute? Thank you, Bev, for asking for a card. Does anybody else want a card? Okay, so I'm going to do a dragon card for the rest, for a message for everyone. Okay. Okay, dragons, here's a card for the rest of us. What would you like us to know? For the dragons, what would you like us to know? I love the dragons. I'm hearing intuitively that they're telling us to trust the process, that there's something greater out there that is happening that we don't know. They're telling us that be safe in your own thinking, be safe in your own home. If you're worried about the outside world, it's going to bring the worry in your home, and they want you safe inside your home. So don't bring the worry inside your home of what's going on outside of you. The ripple effect by the time it gets to you will be not as impactful as you think it will be. And trust the process. The calm is coming. It's just a journey to get there. So be patient. It's part of what the dragon said. So thank you. Okay, what is the card that you want to show this with? Okay, they were pulling me to this card here. Courage. Courage. Oh my gosh, look at this dragon. It's so noble. So noble. Courage. So this would be 4. Oh, no, that's 9. What am I thinking? Courage. Be brave, stand tall. You've got this. Okay. This beautiful, powerful dragon comes to the fore when we need to be strong, usually on an emotional level. We may need her strength for many life situations. For example, when we have lost a loved one or making huge life changes, and we need turn the page here, extra dose of courage, she is there to support you, an anchor to hold on to. She says, "You are safe. It is fine to be strong and vulnerable at the same time. You are capable of a great many things, and it's time to acknowledge them and believe in yourself. Your depth of character is your ally. Your ability and tendency are your anchors. Now it's time to own them. Be brave, stand tall. You've got this. You are far braver than you give yourself credit for. If you find your courage failing and your self-doubt taking over, call upon courage until you find your feet. She will guide you through any challenging situation and support your self-belief. All you have to do is ask. She assures you that everything is exactly as it's supposed to be, even if you are unable to see the bigger picture. Courage is a perfect meditation partner. I hope that helped. I hope that you know that you're loved. And as we're coming into this March, and we're coming into the knowings of who we are, and the challenges that are being put out there because of decisions that other people are going to be making. Uh, that remember that until the journey is done, we don't truly know the bigger picture. So have patience, have understanding, make your own home safe, like the dragon said before this. Keep your own home safe. Light candles, burn incense to clear the energy. Um, find loving things to do with yourself. Give yourself grace when you're making an oops. Know that you're loved. And as you go forward, know that everything is here to help us be. So remember the mantra. What am I supposed to learn from this? What is this here to teach me? Blessed be. And if you like this, please like and share and follow. If you would like to have a comment about something, please. And if you know somebody who would like to know more information about me, please go to my YouTube channel, Natasha Venter, and subscribe. If you would like to listen to more podcasts on this channel, last week I was on with Jason. I wasn't on Instagram with them. And Jason and I talked about addictions. That was an interesting one. So that's on Facebook and my YouTube channel, Natasha Venter. Angelic Clarifications. Blessings all. It's going to be a short night. We'll talk to you later. Bye now.